And just on the players you've got available, and obviously, you know, Kevin De Bruyne, is that a serious problem, or is it just a precaution?
Kevin Laporte illness. They are not ready for tomorrow.
But should be ready for the weekend. Do you think it's not? Don't know.
I don't know.
Jack, just on the front, please. Thank you.
How much of a blow is that losing Kevin for such a big night?
Both. Him as well. So that's what it is during the season. Unfortunately, sometimes some moment happen, and yeah, didn't feel good right after a game against Nottingham Sunday, and yesterday Jaime didn't feel good, and yeah, another player is going to play. So it happens sometimes.
How much of a tough game are you expecting tomorrow? Because there's quite a lot of people back home that would look at the draw and think City should progress, but Leipzig they've only lost one game since September. They're obviously on an exceptionally good run. They've got loads of good players.
Right after the draw, I knew it. I felt it. That will be a real tough opponent. So, from my experience, we face any opponent should be comfortable for us. But the reality is completely different. We know the quality of them. For many years, this club have an own culture for the young players, recruitment and physicality, clear patterns to play, really good to the channels, a lot of play in the middle, physicality in German football, especially Leipzig, let them make the transition, are unstoppable. Huge respect what they have done this club for many years. When I was in Germany, I was in the second division. I never faced them. And last season we won at home, but with JC Marks, and we struggled with Nkunku, and here we lost. Okay, we already qualified, but we felt how difficult they are, and in many years maybe they are not still ready to fight against Bayern Munich in Bundesliga, but every season qualify for the Champions League tournament. So huge respect. I know the quality will be a tough 2 games, and first game try to control the emotions, try to make a good performance, try to get good result for second leg in Manchester.
Sweet James, please.
Pep, you've obviously had a really long history in the European Cup, both as a player and as a manager. Obviously been very successful with both. Does it have a special affinity for you, this competition? Does it excite you in a way other things don't?
No, absolutely. It's a fantastic competition, so I love it. We love them. Be here. It's a privilege. I always had that feeling. I don't know how far we'll go, but already being here after group stage and qualified last season to being here. People say no because you have this name or whatever. So always had the feeling it's so difficult. Every season is more and more difficult to just qualify for the Champions next season. Go through to the group stage is difficult. Look how many good teams cannot be there, and that's why the dream is go forward, do a good game tomorrow, go to the quarterfinals. So this is the point. But of course, it's a nice competition. You know, it's in England. You can take a plane. We dress beautiful to fly, and you know, and go for Europe to try to show our football, our game, a new stadium, new culture in Germany. Like the stadiums are beautiful, passion for football. Very polite, very supportive. So yeah.
Do you see it as the ultimate test? Do you see this competition as the ultimate test?
For the first season, I get this. I arrive here, and the people say you arrive here to win the Champions League.
I don't mean just about win it. I just mean generally in terms of everything that you have to deal with.
Jack, I would say, for the club, I would say if my career finished tomorrow, because I cannot be a manager, but literally tomorrow, I will be more than blessed and grateful what I've done with the Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and here in Europe or in the competition. So I could never ever expect to have the career I had in the short time, not just for I would say, the success that we had all together in the experience 30, 40 years. It's just for the fact, the way we played, in the way I love it. So I couldn't move. I cannot ask more. So I think we want to do our best, and our best, I have the illusion to do quarterfinals. And it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So at the end, the destiny is already written, and we do our best on what they have done. We have been close, sometimes not, sometimes closer, and it was not an exception now. So this is my feeling. I leave that position. So I had the feeling what we have done, all of us, for many years, whatever happened, is going to fail. So whatever I'm doing personally with the future, what I've done in this past, I'm going to fail. Nothing will be enough. So that's why when I learned that, I mentioned, I said, just have fun, enjoy being here in this press conference after good dinner with good wine, and watch Madrid and Liverpool, Madrid, a little bit Napoli. It's always a pleasure to watch. Prepare well the game. Let them feel the players. Let's go, guys. Try to do it again, and that's all.
When did you have that change in mentality?
A long time ago.
Oh. At City?
Yeah, mainly at City. Yeah.
And
yeah, because they put the perspective that everyone put the perspective that everything is a disaster if you don't win some prizes. But I don't know if everyone put this highest perspective for themselves. I mean, I don't want to put this perspective on myself because I'm blessed to be here, and I never thought when I arrive every year we have to win every year the Premier League, or every year I have to win 3-4 Champions League. Except you are Madrid, the rest cannot do it. So it's just to try to what we have done, because last 2 seasons we are being really close and we are played really good games, really once. And try to do it again.
Pep, just a question on Phil Foden. In some matches recently, you've dropped him back into midfield. Is that where you see him long term in that position in central midfield rather than on the wing?
He can play there. I have the feeling he's still young. Some maturity to understand what happened in the middle, to read what happened in the middle. You know, because when you play in the middle, it's not you move in the right and do these kind of things. No, in the middle, many things happen, and you have to read what happened to react properly what happened. And still is young. The skills can do it absolutely. So the action has done in Nottingham, like shoot and it's a true save and Erling put in the post, and after the score is the position for Messi when attacking that period is the perfect from Phil. Phil is really good doing that, you know, in the pockets, in the right, like Kevin plays. Is when he can run, but it's not just that. You know, you have to read sometimes what happens when the ball is left, right, have to take a decision when you drop, and sometimes when you play outside, it's more easier to do these kind of things. But with time, he will do it. The important is he can play in a 4 or 5 position up front, as said many times.
Just right at the very back, please.
Hola Pep, ¿qué tal? Buena tarde. Marcelo Beckler de TNT Sports Brasil. A few weeks ago, you said that there is something on the clouds that was hard to put it back on your players. Do you think that changing the competition, that thing that is not measured, that you cannot work in the training ground and in the pitch, it can come back to your players' mind and your players' heart to play this competition?
The team is there. I had the feeling that we won in London against Arsenal. Well, maybe we were not who we are, but we compete really well. Without that, it's impossible to achieve the result for the way we played that game. We had something like normally we had in the past, like the resilience that don't play maybe in our game and do it. And the last game at Nottingham was in the highest standards. So I love the way we play and the way we played after we don't win, because it's football. Sometimes I cannot have an answer to do what happened in specific in this type of situations. But today, the days we're training and the team is there. That doesn't mean it's going to, to win or get results. But I had a good feeling, honestly.
Arelis.
Hi, Pep. Thierry Henry said last week that even though Erling has been fantastic for Man City, the team is a bit more predictable with him. I'm wondering, do you agree? And if so, what are you working on to be less predictable? And do you need to be more unpredictable than you were last season?
But I would say that predictable is for the. I understand exactly what TT want to say. I think Jimmy Carroll want to say is for the fact if we play and he put the balls to Haaland. To less predictable is not depends on Haaland. It depends on the way we can make the process to arrive in different channels to the final third, not just with Erling. And the people say, we concede a goal in the left side because Bernardo is playing there, but the people don't realize, and I understand it, but the view is something like a left back has to defend in that position. Bernardo helped us to do what we have done against Nottingham Forest. Without Bernardo, it would not be possible to concede one counter-attack or one or two actions at the end, and the amount of the control of game to avoid in the transitions and the create for right, left, and the shoots, and here arrive and many things when the team defend 5-3-2-1, so narrow in 18-yard box during 90 minutes. So we have to continue to try to lead that process, and after we will, because it is 400% sure against Nottingham, we were not predictable. Absolutely not. But if you arrive here, try the crosses from Erling, or just pass to Erling, will be predictable. That's true. To be as predictable, we need more runners from Kevin, we need more runners from Gundogan, we need more runners for the wingers, we need more runners there when we arrive there in the final third. But to arrive in the final third, we need the process. And I'm not stupid to say that Bernardo is not a fullback, but he can do it because he's so intelligent, he's so clever. In the 1-against-1, he's a really good defender. And with the ball, help us to do in a special way we want to play. And that's why I play in that position. It happened with Alex Zinchenko in the past. We make 100 points with Fabian Del. For the other ones, the way we play. In Europe, in Premier League, we play really good. We have this type of players that make our game predictable. But come on, he has scored 32 goals, 26 goals. We are the team who score more goals in the Premier League. So bad it's not, So always we can do good things with Erling as well.
Last couple, please, guys. We'll go to Martin at the front here.
Yeah, hi Pep. Could you just ask what Kevin's injury is?
Illness.
Illness? Oh, okay, illness, right. How's Kalvin Phillips doing, Pep? We still haven't seen much of him. Could there be a chance for him in the next few days?
Yeah, maybe. I would love it. But Rodri's playing an incredible level, and he's so important for us. And we need him because sooner or later, hopefully, I can do it. But we are delighted. He's a fantastic boy, and the training, and always his mood is perfect, and the vibe. He helps to have an incredible vibe of the team. And that is today with a lot of stats and analysis and data and these kind of things. The motion and the vibes of the teams, the locker rooms, will be in the future the most important thing to be a success as a team. And Kalvin and all of them, I would say, help us to do this.
Last one in the middle there, please, guys.
RB Leipzig's key player, Christopher Nkunku, could be out for tomorrow's game. Is he already world class, in your opinion?
Absolutely. Hopefully he come back with a tough injury. It was pity that he lost the World Cup. We saw for him last season at home. Top class player. Hopefully he came back. Unfortunately he cannot be there. Hopefully he came back in Manchester. Always I like to play with the best players in the top sides. Be ready. But what I heard is already close to come back. So